Well, good morning and welcome to Overdy West Nurseries. I'm David Wilson and I'm here on a beautiful sunny morning in late summer. And it's here that we grow over 2,000 different varieties of plants that we send out to our partnering garden centres that are located all over our mid-Atlantic and northeastern states. So if you're looking for some really good, healthy, well-grown, top-notch quality plants to put into your garden, then can I suggest that you stop in and take a look at some of the locations that are nearest to where you live. There you'll find ones that we've tested and trialed over the years and ones that we know are the best performers for this region. And here in our state-of-the-art facilities, this is where we start off our young plants. Some are grown from seed. The vast majority are grown from cuttings. Some are divided and also some are grafted, a skilled operation that all comes together to make sure that our young plants, our babies, start out nice and healthy and then grow into lovely, big, strong specimens that are perfect for getting off to a good start in your garden. And that combination of skill, knowledge, the use of modern technology and experience is something that the owners and my very talented team of colleagues here on the nursery display almost every day. And for my part, when I look back on my long horticultural career, a lifetime spent gardening and growing interesting and very beautiful plants, I regard myself as being really very lucky. I've visited some of the best gardens in Europe. I've worked with and learned from some really terrific plants people. And of course, during that time, I've enjoyed working outside with all of these wonderful bounties of nature. A lifetime really filled with experience and beautiful memories. And then, of course, growing up on the island of Ireland, a nation of storytellers, there is of course lots of stories to go with those memories. And the story that I'm going to tell you today, unlike some of the other stories that you might hear coming from Ireland that exaggerates or gets enlarged with the telling, this is a true story. It actually happened. You see, before I moved here to the United States, I lived for a good many years on the Abercorn Estates at Baronscourt in County Tyrone in my beloved Northern Ireland. And when I was there, I ran a horticultural nursery, garden centre and landscaping business on the beautiful ancestral home of the Duke of Abercorn, Abercorn Estates. And occasionally the Duke, to support local charities, would open up the gardens around the mansion house. And on one particular Saturday, a bit like today, we had the gardens open and I kind of made myself available to be there to answer questions and to help identify plants that people might want to find out about it and so on. And of course, because it's in Ireland where it's known to rain a time or two, the weather can very quickly change. At one minute it might be beautiful and sunny like this, and then all of a sudden you get a shower. Well, anyway, I'm there, I'm out in the middle of the lawn, and the Duke spotted me and he came and we started to get into a conversation, probably talking about some of the proceedings that were likely to happen during the day, when all of a sudden this lady kind of hurried over with a half-opened umbrella and she wanted to engage us in conversation. Well, we stood there making kind of idle, polite chat when all of a sudden it started to rain. She put her hand out like this and she, oh my goodness, and she went with the umbrella to put it up, and then the umbrella was filled with cuttings and little pieces of plants that she'd found in the garden. And the Duke, to his eternal credit and quick thinking, tact and diplomacy, got a way to get us out of a tricky situation, and he said, "David, I have something over here that I would like you to look at." And so we walked away and left the lady steaming in her shame and embarrassment. And so the message is that if you have a nice garden and you decide to open it up to the general public, watch out for little old ladies with umbrellas. This is David Wilson. Enjoy your gardening. It's good for us, and it's good in general for our environment too.